Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and as promised, I will do a get ready with me, which is actually a lie because I'm not getting ready to go nowhere looking like this on a Sunday in a global pandemic. Like, who do I think I am? But I mentioned doing the blue heart commenting thing where if you comment a blue heart, I will talk about your subjects on Sunday, and I'll like do my makeup, get ready, and we'll have fun like that. So I do have some highlighted comments here. A lot of comments in there, like some of them had the blue heart, but then it was a regular comment like from the episode itself. So I just talked to you guys there. But definitely keep the blue heart thing going. Like that'll go on forever. So you can post a blue heart tomorrow, Wednesday, Friday, doesn't matter. I'll keep note of which ones I want to talk about on Sunday, and we'll be here to talk. Without further ado, let's get into it. So I'm going to start with Love Island because that's how most of y'all found me in the first place. So Milo A says, Lebanon trying to get at Kirsten at the last minute. Boy, if you don't. And did you notice Come Get It trying to get with Justine? Like, huh? They didn't show any of him getting to anyone, but I get the vibe he's super ox. I think Come Get It is kind of awkward. I think he might have social anxiety maybe, which is weird because he seems like a cool person. So that was kind of weird for me. Lebanon as well, coming out of nowhere. And I think too he realizes that Lebanon realizes that time is of the essence, and maybe he took too much time trying to be friends with everyone instead of really getting to know the girls on a romantic level. And guys, someone else in the comments was like, why are you giving nicknames to like regular people, like regular ass names? And I'm like, because I want to. Okay, I know Lebanon's name is Pat, and I know Come Get It's name is DeAndre, but I'm not gonna remember them when they leave the house. So why am I gonna take the effort to really get to know their names? Y'all know I struggled to say Laurel's name for like 3 episodes. Like I can't be wasting time learning these people's names just for them to go home. Like, ain't got time for that. Oh, I don't know how tutorially you guys want this, but that was my NYX Total Control Foundation. Okay, now this is just Sephora concealer, but I use it as contour. And also, I want to thank you guys. Like, you guys are literally changing my life, like, as I speak, It's crazy. At the top of last week, I was at less than 200 subscribers. Now we're reaching 500. Like, what? Y'all crazy. Okay, so moving on to the next person's topic. Heavenly, who's my cousin, thank you for supporting, cousin. She said, review your week or life or something. My week, like I just said, has been crazy. Like the support that I've been getting from you guys it doesn't go unnoticed. I definitely appreciate it. You guys are amazing. I'm speechless. Like my goal, and I'm gonna say this again in tomorrow's video for the people who are here strictly just for Love Island, but my goal is by the end of the month to be at 1,000 subscribers. Funny enough, the goal was for the end of the year, but with the way it's growing so fast, I think we could do it by the end of the month. Like if we just share, and there's a lot more people viewing than subscribing. Okay, so y'all could just subscribe, make your girl happy, make your girl a little happy. It don't hurt, it don't cost nothing, So that's been the week. Just like super excited on that. Totally unrelated to YouTube, I quit my job just because it wasn't serving me anymore, and especially because I live in Ontario, right? And in Toronto, the numbers the other day have been the highest since June, and I'm like, ooh, y'all not gonna have me leaving this house to get this Rona. Mind you, I'm one of the people who doesn't care too much about like trying to be super anal about like the spread of it, but like I'll do what I can. Like I'll walk out with a mask and my hand sanitizer and everything. I will do my service as a citizen, but I'm not super, super pressed, right? But then I'm like, if numbers are spiking back up and you expect me to encounter different people that I don't know on a daily basis, I'm sorry, that job is not for me. So I left that job last week. Manager wasn't happy, but asked me if I care. Yeah, so that's that. In terms of my life though, just like a lot of people, the Rona took a lot away from me. Like I've been laid off since March pretty much. I moved to Toronto end of 2018 to pursue music. So I spent 2019 pretty much like networking, going to different shows, like meeting artists and like seeing what the musical temperature was like out here. And then this was supposed to be the year to like really hit the stages and stuff like that. Boom, year done. I'm like, y'all remember when we thought the lockdown was only going to be for like 3 weeks? Oh my goodness, 6 months later. It's crazy. So that's my thing. I'm still working on music. I plan to drop something end of this month. The problem with that is I do it all myself. Like I produce the music myself, I write the music myself, I record it myself. I like mix it myself. Like everything is just me. So of course it's gonna sound very amateur, right? But at least I'm not waiting for that door to open, these opportunities that may never come to me if I'm just sitting waiting for them. And I'm like, you know what? I have something to say and I'm gonna say it by any means necessary. So yeah. No one asked me, but if you wanted like a taste sample, I can play a couple samples right now of like the music that's gonna be coming out. You already know one of the choruses. If you've been watching the videos, it's the song at the end of every video. Literally every video, it's the song at the end. That one is gonna be called African Girl or Black. I'm torn between the two titles. But yeah, the person rapping is my cousin. He lives in BC. And he was like, I wanna hop on this. And I was like, hop on it? Like, what? Of course. I'm never gonna say no to that. What do I wanna play? So speaking of the cousin who actually asked this question, one of the songs is a song that she wrote actually. She wrote it as a poem and I was like, oh my goodness, this would be beautiful as a song. So this was me kind of playing around with it and just seeing like what I could do with it. Just a taste of that. It's not my typical vibe. I'm more of like a R&B kind of, but I thought it was interesting. Like the lyrics kind of spoke to me a bit. And I was like, I think I can make an arrangement for this. And initially it was going to be something that I would just like put out just for the sake of it. But now I feel like it'll be interesting to go with a project that's like all the facets of who I am, and I'm not just R&B, I'm not just gospel, like I just sing, I love to sing, I just sing. So I want to put it on the project. She's learning that information right now, so there you go. Yeah, so that literally is like me just building the skeleton of these songs. They're not fully produced there yet, you know, but I'm trying, guys. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying. And then obviously the song that you guys already know, I pretty much know the chorus like by heart. Now I didn't know it when he first sent it to me, and through putting it at the end of every video, I'm like, black skin, black eyes, black hair. But let me play that for you guys. Black skin, black eyes, black hair, black since day one. Blacker than a blackberry says I'm in memory and Oreo, blackberry memorial. This shit rhetorical, I see it like an oracle. Set the bones from the brains, from the brown, from the brave, from the coach, from the old, from Africa. Brown skin, chocolate tree, sugar cane, sweet, beautiful, exotic, that's what they call me. White bridge, crossing over. Yeah, so that's that. We gonna see where this thing takes me, you know, like, just because I can sing doesn't mean I'm meant to be a music artist, you know? So maybe music isn't even my route. But until the Lord tells me no, I'm gonna still pursue it. So someone asked me to talk about colorism. I'm gonna get her name here so I don't say it wrong. Tatiana Kalubia. Tatiana, if I said that wrong, I sincerely apologize. I hate it when people mispronounce my last name, so I get it. Sorry. But she says, please talk about colorism. And and to a lot of people who don't experience the ramifications of colorism, they're gonna argue that it doesn't exist, okay? Or they'll argue that, oh, it's just my preference, you know? I just prefer to be with lighter skinned women. Which, okay, sure. But when you say things like, and this is something I really heard in my personal life, you're pretty for dark skin. First of all, if you think I'm beautiful regardless of what my complexion is. Like, how are you going to tell me I'm pretty for a dark skinned girl? Like, the connotation with dark skin is unattractiveness. And yes, Mr. Troll in the comments, I see you. And he's going to be upset about what I'm about to say. But again, I don't care. So, the plight of the black woman is like everywhere, no matter where you go, besides Africa, because we're the majority over there. But when you cross certain seas and oceans, it becomes like a burden almost to be a black woman. And it's crazy because to me, black women champion everyone so much, yet for some reason we can't get that same support back, you know? Like in media, you hear people refer to black women as dogs, or we're always the angry one, or it's always some negative connotation. This is why I don't date black women. This is why I don't. Just say you want to date white women. I don't care if you have a preference that's not black. Where I have a problem is when you say things like, this is why I don't date black women. Black women are loud. Black women are ghetto. Black women are uneducated. Black women, I'm like, you don't have to degrade us while expressing what your preference is. And that's how I know it's not a preference and it's colorism. Because if it was a preference, you'd say, honestly, I just like being with these people. They just happen to be white people at the end of the day. Then say, I date white women because black women are blah, 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 blah. So unnecessary. It's so disrespectful. Nobody even asked for your opinion. So I don't understand why you feel so charged to share it. I'm not even going to lie to you. The white men gave me more attention than black men ever did. Weirdest thing ever. I would have thought the opposite, especially because of the portrayal of black women, especially a dark-skinned woman. But no, it was the black men who were like, I don't want that. It's crazy too now how like the movement has changed to like black love and all of this like black affirmation, because that wasn't the case for the longest time. And so returning back to Love Island, I found it so interesting how they would always bring up Justine's personality. Like, oh, she's so great. Like her personality, her vibe, blah, blah, blah. And like, you can tell they just were not attracted to her. Like they can acknowledge that she's pretty, but they just weren't attracted to her. And I'm thinking, like, what about her is so substantially different that you would say all the rest of them are undeniably beautiful, yet Justine, it has to be a personality thing that makes her attractive. It can't be her looks. It can't be. And I'm glad that it's more than just her looks, but they make it seem like the looks aren't even a factor. Like, it's just personality. And that's so frustrating for me, because it's like we go through this complex through a lot of channels. Like at work, you want to suppress yourself because you don't want to be seen as an angry black woman. In front of men, you don't want to be that that aggressive woman. And then like people say, and this is why I don't date black women. You don't want to be loud. You don't want to be, you know, you're constantly code switching. I code switch so much out of being raised in Alberta, and I didn't realize until I moved to Toronto. And I'm like, why do I try to speak so, you know, when naturally I speak like this to y'all, but when I'm around white people, it's like, hi, how can I help? Like, my voice goes up a whole octave. Why do I do that? And it's just this pressure of not being perceived as, you know, the ghetto black girl. And it's so frustrating. So yeah, to the guy in the comments, I'm not even gonna address it because he blatantly said black women not being desirable is just a part of society. And I was like, wow, tell me how you really feel. Like, we have to deal with it on a constant, like, I wasn't even saying anything specific, like, y'all need to do this for black women, like, no. And he took it as a personal, like, just get used to it. And it's like, don't worry, honey, I am used to it. I live in this skin. I didn't choose to be this skin color. I wouldn't trade it for the world. But I'm aware that it's more common than it should be. But you're not going to tell me to just suck it up. Excuse me. You can go somewhere else with that. And I'm going to leave a comment there. I'm not going to delete it. I want it to be up there. I want it to be seen. Tionge Nakazwe. Tionge Nakazwe. Oh my gosh. In my language, that name would have been pronounced so differently. But they say, can you talk about Afrobeats, fave artists, etc.? I would say my fave artists. Who are my fave artists, actually, before I just be speaking out my ass? I like Yemi Alade, Burna Boy. I like Wizkid, DJ Tira, Mafigi Solo. Yeah, I like a lot of artists. It's really hard to pinpoint like one or two. Like, that's really tough for me. But I could play a couple of my favorites for sure.
Sheep don't run with lion, snake don't swing with monkey. I can't talk for too long, got too much go to try on. Sheep don't run with lion, snake don't swing with monkey. I can't talk for too long, got too much go to try on. Jealousy, don't you jealous me? That's that jealousy, don't you jealous me?
Bruh. Omunya pesgo munye. Omunya pesgo munye. Omunya pesgo munye. Hey. Omunya pesgo munye. Pesgo munye. Pesgo munye. Pesgo munye. Pesgo munye. Ibang bukseto, nyai bon ninking ngai lento saluni September me. Kokama kama siya kotama. Hey, my power, my power. They feel away, oh wow. have enough words, but I love this song. King, you know it. King already, you know it. Top everything, you know it. King already, you know it. My body so hot, king body. Body gon' shine, bling body. Calling all the shots, ring body. Crown on your head, got a king body. I know there's a lot of controversy between like Africans and Black Americans talking about, y'all ain't really African. Y'all just want to accept African culture now that it's popular. Yes, it is true. If we're going to get to a point where now they not only love our music, they want to be a part and be a part of spreading it and stuff, I'm personally okay with that. Y'all, that is my final look at talking and doing this. I don't know how I used to try to do these videos because they are not easy. The eyelashes are super dramatic, but it's because my friend actually sells them and I want to support Black businesses. So I told her I'll never wear them outside the house, but for videos and stuff, I'll definitely put them on. So y'all can check my Instagram for that. Also, y'all can check my Instagram for like similar looks. Like I used to do these like music video type makeup tutorial things because of quarantine. Now because I'm like more on YouTube, I've slowed down on that, but definitely go check that out. I don't know what else to say. Keep the blue heart thing going. Like you can post the blue hearts like throughout the week. And guys, let me clarify the blue heart thing that I was talking about. So with the blue hearts, you can make a regular comment, right? But if you put a blue heart, you specifically want me to discuss it on Sundays. That's the point. So on a more in-depth sit down talking video, that's what the blue heart means. Don't just put a blue heart and then your regular comments is normal, or don't just put a blue heart and leave it like that, you know? But this has been fun. I totally loved it. I'm excited. I'm just excited. Y'all being here is great. It's fun. Like, let's grow this family, guys. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.